write the matrix for the system. X minus 2y is equal to negative 3, and then let's say y plus 2x is equal to negative 1. What's different about this system than the first example I did? It's not lined up. That was the first thing that I was talking about, right? You have to make sure your variables line up. So what am I going to do here? Line them up. I want to rewrite this a little bit. You can rewrite it any number of ways, but usually you write it with your variables in alphabetical order, x, y, z, or a, b, c. So I'm just going to rewrite it first as x minus, and you don't have to take this step with some practice, but just for demonstration I want to show you. Keep that one the same. This one I'll put the 2x first. This is going to be a plus y, and then it's still negative 1. So you might have to do some rearrangement here, okay, before you can start writing the matrix. And what is the matrix going to be? 1 and then 2, negative 2, 1, dotted line, negative 3, negative 1. Any questions? Okay. So what we've done so far is just we're learning a new way to make a notation for a system. So instead of having to write all the variables out, we can write it a little bit simpler with just the numbers. Okay? We can also go the other way. Write the system represented by the matrix, let's say 2, 3, 5, negative 1, 1, 7. So now, instead of writing the system and then writing the matrix, given the matrix, go back to the system. Now, when say the system is represented by this matrix, then we're assuming that it was written properly to begin with, so that the variables already line up. Okay? So what does, notice in the first example, or in this example, the first row, what did the row represent? This row came from what? This equation. So each row is an equation. Well, how many variables do we have in this system? 2, right? Because these are our constants on the right. So what's the first equation that I would write? 2x plus 3y is equal to 5. And the last one? Is equal to 7. Everybody okay? That's a y, yep. Thank you. So my handwriting is getting worse because of daylight savings time, I think. It'll clear up. It's just that first week after daylight savings time that, it takes a little, I have to readjust. Let's do one more example. Write the system for this one. Now this is going to be interesting, I hope. Write the system represented by, I'm just shortening my example a little bit. 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, 2. So what does that matrix represent? It not points plural. You might be on the right track. So the matrix represents a system still. Okay? But what is the first equation? Yeah, so from the first equation, or the first row, I have 1x. Well, that's just an x. I don't have any y's. And then here's my line of augmentation. I just made that up. X equals, and then 3. Okay? From my second row, what do I have? I have 0 x's, but I have 1 y, so there's a y, and the line here is equals 2. what does this tell you? If x equals 3 and y equals 2, what is that? This is a point 3, 2. This is in fact the solution. Okay? So